So the restart of this video, apologize, I got interrupted. My daughters were in the mud puddles and needed to be brought inside. Anywho, so the restart of this one is brought to you by this Dragon Master guy. This is the wrong face. This is more of like the upper echelon knight Dragon Master, whereas this his shirt here is one of the little grunt troops. So he should have had just like a smiley face. Anywho, so we're back to this problem. Where we identified three variables in our investment club: high, medium, and low risk. And we noted we were going to invest all 200,000 in those three things. So we had our first equation here. And then we said that the low risk stock, which is Z, was to be equal to the sum of the investments in the stocks of the other two categories. So that would be X plus Y. Now, the final thing in here is that we want a total return at the end to be $20,000 per year. And so that's where our percentages come in. We're expecting to make 15% return on our high risk, plus 10% return on our medium risk, plus 6% return on our low risk, and that's all to equal 20,000. So there's our three equations, our three unique equations. And we've already got one of them solved for one of the variables, although really we should probably rewrite this as x, x plus y minus z equals 0, so that they're all kind of in the same form. So let me rewrite my three equations that I got from the problems up here, and we're just going to do the old elimination process. Part of the reason why we don't do this graphically is that most of your standard calculators cannot handle a three-dimensional graph. Like Desmos doesn't graph three-dimensionally yet, it will. Those of you that are fans of the Mac, it has a three-dimensional graphing that we could potentially graph this. I don't know if it allows you to find solutions from it. Anywho, so I'm going to go ahead and combine these first two. Note they already have opposites, so I'm just going to add them. I hope you don't mind to save space. I'm just going to add it from right here. So x plus x gets me 2x, y plus y gets me 2y, z plus negative z gets me 0, and then 200,000 plus 0 equals 200,000. I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to note that these are all divisible by 2. So I'm going to rewrite this equation finally as x plus y equals 100,000. Okay, so now that I've got an equation in two variables for x and y, I must do the same thing. I must combine another two to get an x and a y. Because this has a 0 in it, I'm going to go ahead and use it. And to eliminate the z again, which is what we have to eliminate because I chose to eliminate that in the first combo, I need to multiply this equation by 0.06. So this one I'm going to write out all the work on because it's a little tedious. So we'll have 0.06x plus 0.06y minus 0.06z equals 0. You see why I chose that. I don't have to calculate 6% of 200,000. And then we've got 0.15x plus 0.10y minus plus 0.06z is to equal 20,000. We'll add these two equations now, and then we'll have another two variable equation with just x's and y. So that adds 20,000. This looks like 0.16y, and this one looks like 0.21x. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to write my two variable equations and repeat this elimination process to get us to a single variable, and then we'll substitute our way back up the line until we have all three variables. So, okay, we can't avoid it. We have to do one of these. Oh, but it's 100,000, so it's wonderful to multiply by 0.16. I'm going to eliminate y by multiplying by 0.16. So I'll write this all down here. 0.16x plus 0.16y equals, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. So I'm going to move this 1, 2, and then I need 3 more zeros after it. So 16% of 100,000 is 16,000. And then 0.21x. Rats, I need them to be opposite. So I'm just going to multiply the second one by -1. Negative 0.16y equals negative 20,000. Okay, now I can add these. Goodbye. Oh, 0.05x, it's negative, equals, that was a tough one, negative 4,000. I'm then going to divide both sides by 0.05. Notice the negatives divide away. And I get 80,000. I know, I should have been able to do that in my head. Okay, so we're dropping, oh, you couldn't even see what's writing. You're dropping 80,000 in the high risk. So that's our Z. What I'm going to do now is we can take this 80,000 and we can plug it into this equation or any of the equations we want, any of the two variable equations. Doesn't it look like we should plug it in here? And hopefully you can see that when we plug it in, we get y equals 20,000. I'll let you, the proof of that is left as an exercise for the student. Okay, so now we've got 80,000 and 100,000, and we know they have to add up to 200,000. So that means Z has to equal 100,000. Again, I'll leave the proof to you as a student. So we should probably write this out contextualized. We're going to put 80,000 in the high risk investment. We're going to put 20,000 in the medium risk investment. And we're going to put 100,000 in the low risk. And then presumably, if all of our why did I put X and Y there? This is medium and this is low. That's what I meant to write. Presumably, as long as the market conditions stay, what they're predicting, they would get a $20,000 return per year. And then COVID-19 enters and blows everyone's predictions up.